Did you know that Rivers Cuomo once recorded a rap album about, wait for it, vegetarianism? Sound strange? You'll want to keep watching to learn more about Weezer's famous frontman. Rivers Cuomo and his brother Leaves had a unique childhood. According to Cuomo's official biography, the two boys were raised on an ashram known as Yogaville, located in Pomfret, Connecticut. Cuomo elaborated on his upbringing in an interview with Integral Yoga magazine. He recalled his time at the ashram school, which he attended from age 4 to 7, fondly, telling the outlet, "The ashram itself was so nurturing and creative. I just remember being in school and feeling that if I had any crazy idea, we would be encouraged to try it out. You want to build a spaceship? Sure, let's try and build it." He speculates that the ashram's constructive approach to education is part of the reason why so many former Yogaville children have gone on to have successful careers in the arts. For instance, award-winning actor Liev Schreiber attended the ashram school, as did Dave Matthews Band member Stefan Lessard. It's possible that musical talent runs in Rivers Cuomo's family. His father, Frank Cuomo, was a musician in his own right. According to Cuomo's official biography, the elder Cuomo contributed percussion to the album Odyssey of Iska by jazz saxophonist Wayne Shorter. Diffuser notes that he also played with jazz fusion band The Weather Report in the 1970s. Cuomo has honored his dad's musical chops by inviting him to jam out with Weezer on several occasions. In 2015, he brought him on stage to bang the drums while Weezer played Back to the Shack at the Burgerama Festival in Los Angeles. A year later, he summoned him into the spotlight to play the quintessential Weezer hit, Beverly Hills, at a show in Irvine. Frank isn't the only Cuomo who has performed with Rivers on stage. During the same tour, Rivers invited his daughter Mia to play the keys during Perfect Situation. Rivers Cuomo grew up having to deal with a mild physical defect. According to Rolling Stone, he was born with a condition making his left leg 44 millimeters shorter than his right one. He lived with this condition until 1995, when he decided to use his earnings from Weezer to undergo a procedure that would remediate the issue. The surgery was quite painful, involving the breaking of his leg bone. Recovery wasn't easy either. Cuomo had to wear a steel brace over his leg for months. He also had to stretch his leg 4 times a day, which he described as an agonizing process. Per Song Facts, Cuomo's struggles with his leg inspired the Weezer single The Good Life, featured on Pinkerton. The jacket for the single also features an X-ray image of Cuomo's leg. According to an interview with the Harvard Crimson, Rivers Cuomo first enrolled at Harvard in 1995 when he was 25 years old.
It's just as terrifying to give an oral presentation to 15 smart kids as it is to sing on Letterman.
At the time, Weezer had enjoyed some mild recognition with singles from their Blue album. Yet Cuomo wasn't sure whether the first album's success had been a fluke. While attending Harvard in the 90s, Cuomo wrote several songs that would appear on the band's album Pinkerton. He took some time off in 1996 to tour with Weezer after the album's release. Then he returned for a semester in 2004 before dropping out to focus on his career. He made a triumphant comeback shortly after and finally graduated in 2006. Cuomo first studied music composition. He then changed his major to English. His initial experience at Harvard was significantly different from his second stint, largely due to Weezer's spike in popularity. When he set foot onto Harvard's campus in '95, he wasn't recognized as a celebrity on campus. Cuomo told the Harvard Crimson, "I had pretty long hair and a really long bushy beard, glasses, walked with a cane. On top of that fact, our album was not successful with college kids. It was successful with 10-year-olds. Things had changed by 2004, however. Cuomo told the university's newspaper in 2006, "The best part about being famous is that people want to get to know me. People come up to me and introduce themselves, and I make friends. I have a very happy and comfortable social life." In a 2019 interview with the Los Angeles Times, Cuomo refers to himself as a lifelong vegetarian, inspired to take up a plant-based diet by the 5 precepts of the Buddha. Cuomo is deeply passionate about the vegetarian lifestyle, to the extent that he once recorded a vegetarian-themed rap album, according to Rolling Stone. While Cuomo was undergoing a creative crisis in the 1990s, he challenged himself to write 50 songs in a row before allowing himself to play live again. It was during this period that he wrote Weezer classic Undone, the sweater song, as well as the aforementioned vegetarian concept album titled Vegeterrorist. Each track featured Cuomo waxing poetic about his dietary preferences in the style of Public Enemy and Run DMC. Jason Cropper, a founding member of Weezer who eventually parted ways with the band, commended Cuomo's rapping talents in the Rolling Stone article, saying, "Rivers can drop mad beats and spit mad rhymes with the best." Unfortunately, the world may never get to corroborate his opinion. To this day, Vegeterrorist remains unreleased. Per his official bio, Rivers Cuomo was a major fan of soccer growing up, and to date, he's written 2 odes to the sport. In 2006, he penned Our Time Will Come, an unofficial hype song for the U.S. men's soccer team during the World Cup. In 2010, Weezer debuted another World Cup anthem, this one titled Represent. In the lyrics, Cuomo lays out the stakes for the athletes, but also engages in some good-natured boasting. Cuomo has also spent some time on the field himself. In 2008, he participated in the Mia Hamm and Nomar Garcia-Parra Celebrity Soccer Challenge, alongside Tony Hawk, Andy Samberg, and Elizabeth Shue, among others. He put up a real fight during the charity match, even scoring his team's first goal. The next year, he laced up his cleats again, this time for the Athletes for Africa 5 vs 5 charity soccer tournament. This time around, he and his teammates were playing to raise money for a youth center for arts and culture in northern Uganda. Rivers Cuomo has occasionally gone to extreme lengths for songwriters' sake. In a 2005 interview with LA Weekly, he elaborated on the drastic method he used to write the song Hold Me: fasting. After a short period of starvation, Cuomo began to notice changes in his mental state, telling the outlet, "I felt really sad and I really pitied myself and I felt a lot of loss and of course, I was really hungry. So I entered into this very concentrated state of extreme longing and started playing that song." The fasting had done what he had hoped, and not only did he like the song he'd written, the music actually made him feel considerably better. Despite being proud of his results, Cuomo is hesitant to encourage artists to follow his example. Cuomo said in the LA Weekly interview, "It can't be sustained. If you're relying on extreme emotions, you just become a wreck, and it's tough for other people to live with you, and it's just not a good life. Who wants to be constantly cultivating anger and sadness? Not me." Shortly after fasting, Rivers Cuomo said in his interview with LA Weekly he turned to meditation. Cuomo wasn't a total stranger to the practice. He meditated while living on the ashram as a child, but gave it up around 6th grade. He was initially skeptical about picking it up as an adult, but he was in such need of a creative breakthrough that he decided to give it a try.
When I was 32, I felt like my creative energies were drying up. I got the idea to try meditation again.
According to ABC News, Cuomo tested out several meditation techniques before settling on the Vipassana method. He has meditated for 2 hours a day every day since 2003, except for one day in 2009 when he was knocked unconscious in a bus crash. Cuomo told LA Weekly, "It definitely improves your concentration and creativity, even in rock music. It's about fighting through whatever internal struggles there are and really focusing in on what it is you're trying to say." He feels that meditation has helped shape his life choices, adding,
I don't know if I ever could have gotten married without this meditation practice to settle me down and get me focused on my core values.
Meditation is such a major part of Cuomo's life that he's made an effort to pass his knowledge on to others. A 2009 newsletter from the Vipassana Research Institute reveals that Cuomo used to teach children's meditation courses there. He also supported the production of The Dharma Brothers, a film about Vipassana meditation in an Alabama state prison, according to a press release. In 2003, Cuomo decided to give up intercourse, temporarily. In a 2005 interview with fans conducted via AOL chat session, Cuomo elaborated on his choice, saying, "I decided to try celibacy because I heard it would help the meditation, and I tried meditation because I heard it would help with the music. So it all really comes back to the music." He asserted that this exercise yielded positive results, revealing in the AOL chat, "I know I can hear a difference in my singing. I also notice a difference in the lyrics. I'm much more open and communicative about my emotions now." On top of that, he believes his lifestyle of discipline has affected his demeanor in the studio as well, saying, "I don't have so much fear that I won't get my way. I don't have so much anger if people have opposing opinions, and generally, I'm much more happy and comfortable in collaborative situations." Cuomo's period of abstinence ended when he married his girlfriend, Kyoko Ito, in 2006. According to Cuomo's 2006 interview with the Harvard Crimson, Ito and Cuomo met at one of Cuomo's solo shows in 1997. The fact that Ito was originally a Weezer fan isn't something that factors into their relationship, and it's something he's grateful for. Cuomo told the Crimson, "Thankfully, I haven't thought along those lines very much. I just kind of forget how we met, and she's just my woman." Scrolling through Weezer's discography, you might notice that few of the band's songs are labeled explicit. This is by design. Rivers Cuomo isn't a big fan of swearing in music and prefers to keep his songs fairly curse-free. In a 2008 interview with Rolling Stone, Cuomo explains the artistic logic behind his decision, citing the Beach Boys as an inspiration. "I don't like to use real swear words. Weezer came up at a time when Jane's Addiction released Nothing's Shocking. Everyone was trying to be controversial. We look back to rock and roll's pre-drug days, to the clean images of the Beach Boys that felt ironically rebellious. In 2019, Weezer released their Black album, which saw Cuomo using stronger language. However, he soon reverted to his former ways, keeping it relatively clean on the band's following records. Rivers Cuomo has been known to approach songwriting from a mathematical perspective. In a 2002 interview with Rolling Stone, he spoke of a notebook he kept in the late 1990s, in which he meticulously dissected every song Kurt Cobain had ever written. According to Todd Sullivan, Weezer's A&R man, he figured if he could home in on Kurt's formula, he'd figure out his own formula. That way, he would be a never-ending supply of songs. After filling out his Nirvana notebook, Cuomo moved on to another creative exercise, a 3-ring binder he called the Encyclopedia of Pop, in which he stores his in-depth analysis of songs by various artists he admires. The work isn't tedious to him, but entertaining. Cuomo said, "I'm probably just a natural-born scientist. I like taking notes and analyzing things." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more grunge videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.